It is a matter of life and death. Over the next little while, we will all have to make some very, very difficult decisions. And you deserve the same information I have. You deserve to see the same data that I see when I'm making decisions. You deserve to know what I know when you're making decisions for yourself, your family, and your community. And that is why I've asked our medical experts to provide a full briefing to the public on where this could go. We'll walk through Ontario's story. Tomorrow, our top doctors will provide an update on where Ontario was, on where Ontario is, and where Ontario could be. Over the past few weeks, we've shown we will not hesitate to take every step necessary to slow the spread of COVID-19. We were the first province to close schools, the first to close non-essential workplaces, and we've asked you to stay home. We've limited gatherings to a maximum of 5 people. But avoiding the tragedy that we've seen in Italy and Spain will be entirely up to all of us. It'll be up to us to follow this advice and do what's necessary. We all have a part to play in combating the spread of COVID-19. And for you to make the best decisions for you and your family, you need to have the best information. And I know many people will find this information hard to hear. A lot of what we're dealing with right now is hard on people. The new reality is hard. What we're seeing happening to our seniors in our long-term care homes, what we're seeing happening to our neighbors is hard to process. It's hard to comprehend, and it's hard to deal with. We know the sacrifices many of you have made to stay home. We know all of this is taking a toll on mental health of Ontarians. Daily routines have been broken, and the feeling of being isolated is real. We know this is very, very stressful, and we want to help. Today, we're investing $12 million to expand online virtual mental health supports for you and your family. We've partnered with incredible organizations like the Kids Helpline and Bounce Back to provide you the support you need now in a way that is safe for you and everyone around you. We also know the mental and physical strain that our frontline workers and our first responders are facing. They're working long hours. They see tragedy every single day. They're making really tough decisions. So we're providing dedicated therapy to help them through this challenge. On Monday, we launched a new mental health wellness program, which will provide 24/7 mental health supports to active and retired OPP personnel. We've also hired new psychologists and other mental health workers to support our men and women in uniform. We know staying home and practicing physical distancing is the right thing to do. It's what we all have to do to stop the spread of COVID-19. But it can't mean disconnecting entirely from friends, neighbors, or loved ones. Social isolation can be hard on people. And my message to everyone watching today is this: you're not alone. We're listening. We care. If you're struggling, please reach out. Talk to someone. If you know someone who may be struggling, talk to them. Pick up the phone. During these difficult days, we all need to stick together. Let's keep the Ontario spirit alive. I want to thank you, and God bless the people of Ontario. I'll pass it over to Minister Tabolo.
Thank you, Premier. Our province In fact, our whole world is in the midst of an outbreak almost unprecedented in our provinces and our country's history. These are truly extraordinary times. When people are experiencing something new and unfamiliar to them, that can cause many people to experience stress and anxiety, among other mental health challenges. And when it is on the magnitude of this current outbreak, then those stressors can become a lot for a person to manage on their own, even with the support of their family or friends. Notre Provence, en fait, notre monde entier, est au milieu d'une flambée presque sans précédent dans notre Provence et dans l'histoire de notre pays. Lorsque les gens vivent quelque chose de nouveau et ne leur sont pas
a new experience that they're not familiar with, it can provoke among several people stress and anxiety and other mental health problems.
That is why I am so pleased to join the Premier and the Deputy Premier here today to announce this $12 million investment. These services are going to help the many Ontarians that are experiencing anxiety, stress, or other mental challenges by increasing access to online and virtual supports during these unprecedented times. Just as importantly, it will provide alternatives for Ontarians who can't access the regular in-person counseling supports because they're respecting the direction to remain at home to stop the spread of COVID-19. This funding is going to help people across the province get the support they need by ensuring mental health agencies have the necessary resources to hire and train more staff, purchase necessary equipment, the most appropriate technology, and additional licenses. The funding will help to immediately expand services on a wide range of platforms based on evidence-informed cognitive behavioral therapy. Our government also recognizes that in these challenging times, we must also look out for those who put themselves at increased risk due to the demanding nature of their work. Having served as Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services, I'm well versed in the important and often demanding work performed by the dedicated officers and staff within the Ontario Provincial Police. It is why I'm firmly in support of the decision made by the Solicitor General to invest $2.6 million to hire new psychologists and other mental health clinicians who will provide OPP personnel with the mental health supports they need to deal with the challenges inherent to their jobs. These new psychologists and mental health workers will provide clinical services to all members of all ranks and make referral to external services if needed. Our investment will enable the development and delivery of mental health supports and programming tailored to the unique needs of the officer to meet geographical, cultural, and even specialized needs. These new workers will facilitate education programs to both uniform and civilian members to reduce stigma and promote resiliency and to help them get the help they need when facing mental health challenges. Finally, they will serve to provide guidance in peer support programs. Our government recognizes that many Ontarians are experiencing increased anxiety because of COVID-19 and are worried about their health, the health of their family and friends, and the future of their livelihoods. That is why our government continues to work with our partners across the mental health and addiction sector to fund these valuable services